Hello, I'm the mother of a 16-year-old boy. He was 15 when Holly did her work with him. I won't go into how bad things were just for his privacy, but to put it in perspective, he had always struggled with anxiety. We had just come out of the second lockdown in Melbourne, and he was really not in a good place at all. We had been involved with therapies for over 10 years, speech therapy, OT, psychologists, biomedical. We had tried it all, and we were still involved in therapy at that time. And while they helped, I was absolutely blown away with Holly's therapy with my son. I have never come across a therapy that worked instantly and so successfully. We did the 5-day intensive program with Holly, and after the first day, which was only about an hour of Holly's activities with him, there was a huge difference. Those results have stayed, and it's been 4 weeks since that week where we did the intensives with Holly. His amazing results are still there today. I'll go through what the changes were for my son. After that hour, most importantly, he felt good. He was calm. I noticed, and my husband noticed early on, that he just had a calm, content look in his eye, a peaceful look right in his eyes that he'd never ever had before. He was able to converse. Conversations were back and forth. His eye contact was warm, it was genuine, it was not forced, it was just natural. So he was functioning better than he'd ever functioned before. Before the therapy, he couldn't take in information for more than 30 seconds. He'd just start to get a bit of a glazed look and say, I can't take it in. That was instantly changed after that first session. He came out with me after the session. That was new. His anxiety meant that he found it very difficult to get out. It also meant he found it very difficult to get ready to go out, and I would have to constantly prompt, now you can go get your shoes on, or now get your socks. Have you done your teeth? And he would get distracted, and I'd have to keep prompting. So it could take a good half hour to get out the door. That changed instantly. He now just gets ready, out he goes. When we're out in our environment, he is much more interested and curious in it, so he'll ask questions about things that he's never noticed before. What else can I tell you? After that first hour, when we went out and visited a friend of mine, and he sat on the couch and conversed, the three of us conversed in a conversation, and he sat there still for 20 minutes. He had never been able to sit still for that long. I find that when I'm talking with him, he will face me and he'll check in with me to make sure I've heard what he said and I've understood. You can see him looking and checking and waiting for that. That's a skill that speech therapists have worked on with him for 10 years and not achieved. Whereas after this first hour, there it was. So many benefits. So many benefits. Social communication, even his skin cleared up. It was glowing. My husband noticed that too, independently of me. I didn't say everything I was noticing. We were both noticing these things. Other people have noticed the benefits. They now have their kids on the waiting list with Holly. I'm delighted. I'm now accepting, after 4 weeks, I'm accepting that this is not too good to be true. And we have a follow-up appointment with Holly next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Holly's therapy is respectful and gentle. She lives on the other side of Australia to me, and so we did the online course, which initially I thought, I'd love to see her face-to-face. I don't know if online will be as good. Online's been fantastic. We have had amazing results. But also, you know, my son didn't have to get dressed and go out the door, which was very difficult for him at that time. And I could just be in my slippers and I would make myself a cup of tea and I'd just click the email and there was Holly in the room, so via computer. So it was easy. She was very respectful. It was a calm therapy. My son was respected. It was just a really great experience, and I'm eternally grateful for Holly for what she's done for my son. He is happy. He's calm and he's happy and he's enjoying life more than he ever has. And in turn, that's made our family calmer and happier. So, yeah, that's how it's worked for my son. Absolutely ecstatic with the results. And thank you, Holly.